AGOV is the Swiss authorities' authentication service. It provides a login procedure for public services in Switzerland that allows end users to choose between different electronic IDs. In addition to the native AGOV ID and the future state Swiss eID, other IDs of the cantonal authorities and the Swiss university sector are also available. AGOV will go live with native electronic IDs in January 2024. This video presents the main usage scenarios in AGOV from the end-user perspective. The draft versions shown here are in English. The final version of AGOV will be available in English and the official languages of Switzerland. The most common usage scenario in AGOV is logging into a web or mobile app of a public authority. To do this, open the official application and click on Login. The application automatically redirects you or your browser to AGOV for the login process, where you need to select a login method. In this video, we will look at logging in with a native AGOV ID. The other login methods and how to log in with the future state Swiss eID will be explained in a separate video as soon as they are available. So let's look at logging in with a native AGOV ID. Logging in with the native AGOV ID does not require you to enter any details on your work device. It is both usernameless and passwordless. This is possible because your AGOV ID is linked to your smartphone. If no smartphone is to be used, USB or NFC FIDO tokens can be used as an alternative. This video does not cover this alternative. Using your smartphone, you now scan the AGOV QR code on your work device's screen. This step is not necessary if you have accessed the official application in your smartphone's browser. After your smartphone has biometrically recognized you as the owner, a login notification will now appear, which you can accept or reject. After acceptance, AGOV redirects back to the original official application and is now logged in there. The login process consists of the following steps. Open the official app, select Login, scan the QR code if necessary, and then accept the push notification. And you are now logged in. Now let's look at how to obtain an AGOV ID. For this, you need to self-register. To do so, click on the Register button. You will then be taken to the registration process. At the beginning of the process, you will be informed about the AGOV ID functions. After clicking on Get Started, you will be asked to enter your email address. After successfully entering your email address, a verification code will be sent to it. You will enter this verification code in the next step. Entering this code confirms that you have access to the respective email account. You will now be asked to enter your personal details. Next, your AGOV ID must be linked to a so-called login factor, also known as a credential. There are two login factors available: the AGOV Access app for iOS and Android, and FIDO tokens. Let's look at the first option. After downloading the free app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, you link the app by scanning the QR code. The link will only be successful if your smartphone has biometrically recognized you as the owner. You can give the login factor a name so that you can distinguish between multiple ones. Your AGOV ID is now ready to use. In AGOV, you can upgrade the quality of your AGOV ID by having your official photo ID verified. This can be done in a video phone call or by an employee at the Swiss Post Office, as well as at selected counters in certain cantons. Let's look at the ID verification at Swiss Post. If you want to access an application that requires a high AGOF ID quality that is based on prior ID verification, AGOF will automatically guide you to the step-up process if required. The ID verification is valid for 5 years for the entire AGOF ecosystem. This is how your official photo ID is verified. After clicking on Get Started, you will be taken to the selection of identity verification methods. For the Swiss Post identity verification, select Postal Identification. With this, you choose to have your identification checked at your front door. You will now learn about the steps in the process before you complete it. The first step is to enter the personal details to be verified. These must match your official photo ID exactly. You can also enter your AHV number and your place of birth. The AHV number is validated via the CCO interface. Now enter your mobile phone number so that Swiss Post can notify you of the identity verification appointment. An official photo ID is required for the identity verification process. You can now choose between passport, identity card, and other official documents. The currently valid list of approved documents can be found on agof.ch. The identity verification process also requires you to provide your current home address. Now enter your private delivery address, which you will check and approve on the next screen. Approval is made via an AGOF login factor, such as the AGOF Access app. After a preliminary registration with Swiss Post, a postal employee will carry out the identity verification with you in person. In addition to the high-quality identity checks, there is a simple verification in AGOF where you only receive a one-time code by letterpost. This is only a deliverability check, not an identity verification. AGOF thus offers different levels of quality for its IDs. We talk about AGOF AQ, which stands for AGOF Authentication Quality. AGOF AQ 100 is the lowest quality. It is achieved automatically through initial self-registration without any additional quality-enhancing steps. If you receive a letter with a one-time code and enter this code once in your AGOF account, you will obtain AGOF AQ 200. If you show your official photo ID in a video phone call, at a Swiss Post office or at a cantonal counter, you will obtain AGOF AQ 300. If you already have AGOF AQ 300 and also enter your AHV number in the AGOF account, this is automatically verified together with your personal details, you will obtain AGOF AQ 400. The future state Swiss eID will render all those quality improvement steps obsolete. It will provide AGOF AQ 500 and can be used directly for AGOF logins. Finally, let's look at what you do if you can no longer access your AGOF ID, for example, because you are no longer able to use your smartphone. We call this a recovery. We distinguish between cases that allow self-service recovery and cases where you have to contact AGOF support. You can always access an AGOF ID of the lowest quality, i.e. AGOF AQ 100, in self-service, provided you can still receive emails sent to the email address you use for AGOF. A self-service recovery is also always possible if you have a second smartphone or an additional FIDO token connected to your AGOF ID. You can use this to directly connect your new smartphone to your AGOF ID. Remember, this is based on the understanding that you are no longer able to use your main smartphone, which you used for AGOF. In the other cases, you should open a support ticket in the AGOF Help portal. You will then be invited to start the AGOF online recovery process, during which you will register your new smartphone and show your photo ID again. As mentioned, this can be done by video phone call at a Swiss Post office or at selected counters in certain cantons. AGOV support staff will verify the details and, if approved, link the newly registered smartphone to your AGOV ID from which you were blocked and delete the old smartphone. AGOV is under construction and will be available with native AGOV IDs from January 2024. Third-party identity providers will gradually be added thereafter. The future state Swiss eID be accepted as soon as available by AGOV as an ID that directly triggers the login.